Morning, everyone. I'm Steve Lentini. I'm president and CEO of Lord and Lentini Training, and amongst other things that I do, I'm gladly pretty busy. It's what the energy is that I have. I'm grateful for, and I'm out there using it every day. And so today I'm talking about the energy that you project, and part of my series of how to gain an edge, keep an edge, and close more sales more often. In fact, I just updated my Sales Success for the Veteran book, and the new subtitle is How to Gain and Keep an Edge and Close More Sales More Often. So gaining an edge is about the energy you project and about the thought that you have toward your business and your career, especially in sales, especially if you're in sales. So there's been a subtle shift that I noticed 30 years ago, maybe even earlier, when I stopped pushing at people trying to sell something because my boss said, "What did you close today? What did you sell?" And I started having conversations with people because, first of all, I sold business-to-business supplies. They were buying from somebody else when I walked in. So I would ask them, "Hey, I'm in sales. You probably don't want to see a salesperson today." I would also notice their energy. Like, were they arms crossed? Were they looking a little cross? Or were they looking happy? Were they kind of a gentle, congenial person that looked open? But I would notice it and I'd acknowledge it. "Wow, you don't look like you want to see me. I'm not sure I should tell you what I do." And sometimes I'd get a smile, sometimes not. And they'd say, "What do you do? Go ahead." "Oh, I'm in sales. I sell business-to-business supplies. I see you have them. So I'm not here to sell anything right now. I just wanted to chat a little bit about it if you've got 5 minutes." Then I would track that 5 minutes and I'd ask them questions during the 5 minutes. So you've obviously got somebody. Are you happy? How's your experience with them? Anything you would change about them? What would it be if there was? If you had a magic wand, what would you wave over your supply program now? Is there any sense for us, it's almost 5 minutes, should we keep going? Should we schedule a time where I'd come back and we talk about it further? And I'd say my goal is to help you buy. So I want to understand first where you're at and are you happy with what you're doing? And I never had a down year. Thank God. Thank God. All glory and honor goes to the creator of this miracle that we live in. Whatever you call it, whatever it is for you, might be you in your mind, right? You might be the highest thing there is on this earth. I want you to question that. But anyway, there is something that made this amazing universe that we live in, and it's all energy-based. So what I discovered is when I changed my energy and I started thinking positive thoughts, thinking thoughts about helping people, not selling them, helping them buy, I closed more sales. I closed some amazing sales that you can read about in my books. Sales Success for the Rookie, How to Succeed Right from the Start. Sales Success for the Seasoned Veteran, How to Gain and Keep an Edge and Close More Sales More Often. I'm also a contributing author in Imagine 30 Days to a New You, and a new book, my third one in the last 12 months, Lightning Growth, Success Strategies for Today's Leaders. In those last two books, I'm a contributing author. I have a chapter in each. So I've had amazing success. By the way, even the publisher reached out to me and said, "Hey, can we publish one of your books?" I've had self-published books for years, and they noticed it and asked if they could publish a book. And I said, "Yeah, no cost to me though, right?" And they said, "No, we do everything." And they did. They keep their word. Justin Sachs, Motivational Press, amazing company. So when I go in to work with people, I switch up the energy from pushing and selling to let's find out who's our ideal customer, who's our second ideal. Maybe there's a third ideal customer, and how do we find that? We find that from the customer book. The existing book tells us a history. It tells me a story about the company. Then I find out who are the customers that are less than ideal, that are not profitable, that are headaches, and we write down those traits, and then we know, one, who are we looking to market to, and who are we looking to help? And then we provide information for people out in the web. You could do YouTube Live, you can do tweets, you can do a blog, but start working to help people, give them information about your industry. I know of a certain industry that keeps people's overpayments. And so when I meet people, I educate them about it. Hey, have you checked to see if you've made overpayments? Why don't you call the companies and ask these companies in particular, do they have money of yours Have you made overpayments? Because I knew for a fact in 2 different companies that they keep the overpayments. They have overpayment accounts. Imagine the low energy, lack of integrity that is. Okay, so you manage the energy. We live in something that's energy based. We're not even sure how it all works. People think they know, but we live in an infinite universe, right? Look at those Hubble telescope pictures if you want to get a sense of something bigger than you that you can use, and that's having a positive energy and being grateful for your moment in life. I've had a moment where I was here one second doing a seminar on November 13th, 2002, and the next second I needed an ambulance. And on the 5th day, November 18th, I flatlined. I was somewhere else. I was in the hospital room with 2 friends, then I was somewhere else without my body, in pure consciousness. So I know there's something bigger. You just have to trust me, take my word for it, and it's amazing. It's beyond words. I cannot describe it to you other than to say it's amazing what's next. So when we humans walk around with the acorn that I often show, I don't have it here at my reach to show you, but an acorn, I use it as an analogy to represent limited thinking. And we humans have a lot of limited thinking, small-minded thinking. Just look at the election and the reaction to it. And I'm a more middle-of-the-road person. I'm not left or extreme right. But you imagine the people on the left who are always espousing love and taking care of others and, let's have the perfect health care and the perfect world. And then they're burning up some poor guy's limo and breaking windows and looting. That's very small-minded thinking, right? And then there's even some Hollywood stars berating the wife. There was somebody on the news yesterday and this morning berating the wife, and then people are tweeting about his child. Very small-minded thinking, low energy. But see, the thing is, I don't worry about it because they're going to attract that back to them. Low energy. They're going to attract people that have lack of integrity. That if you're violent, then you're going to attract violence in your life. Think about the energy you're putting out. And in business, employers, think about your employees. Project good energy. How about developing a culture of winning, helping people win and being right? I've been in companies where the culture of employees, the employees were making the management team wrong and the company wrong, and eventually it went out of business. They shot themselves in the foot. And it was not a healthy, wonderful place to work. And they made it that way. They didn't take responsibility for it. They blamed it on everybody else. The energy you put out will come back. Right? That's an energy. I'm knocking on the table. As long as I keep doing that, I'm going to get the same sound back. Until I change, then things change when I change. And that's how the energy works. And in a sale, the key is to not be attached to outcomes and to be fully present and mindful to work with them to discover, do they fit your 3 ideals? If not, are you hearing, are you helping them hear, and you hearing with your questioning, are they one of the walkaway people? Are they one of those that you would not like to do business with? And you'd say, from what I'm hearing, I don't think we're going to be a fit for you. They might say, well, what do you need to hear for us to be a fit? Then I would say, well, okay, I'll give you that. And I'm kind of curious, as you've expressed a certain way of doing things, and why is it that you'd be willing to change? What is it about what you're doing now that's not working? See, I want to get them emotional and gauge whether they're really committed to what we need. And then I'd share with them. I'd say, okay, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. And here, let me tell you why it doesn't seem to be a fit for us. And then you tell them, these are what we look for in ideal clients. You can call it something else. This is what we look for in productive, healthy relationships. Like that. And then you can say, so is it a fit? Do you feel like it's a fit? Could we do a trial so I can see if you would really, from what you're describing, I'm a little concerned that you wouldn't make those changes. The company wouldn't make those changes. Now you're a valued supplier who's helping them buy. How do I know this is an energy shift that's making great strides? Herb Chambers, now owned by Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett companies, right? Herb Chambers Auto Dealers. Last year they had billboards that said, "You don't like car salespeople, neither do we." And this year they've had billboards that say, "We don't sell you a car, we help you buy one." Folks, if it's gotten to car dealers and you're not doing it, you look like a car salesman. You're projecting that pushing energy instead of using the law of attraction. Jim Rohn said the harder he worked on himself, the better his business did. The more he changed as a person, the more he attracted business to himself. He was very successful. You don't have to take my word for it. Start to prove some of this to yourself. When you change, things change. And I don't care if you don't. I mean, I care about people, but I don't care about people who don't want to change. I don't care about them not wanting to change. Do you get that? I care about people. I don't care about them not wanting to change. It's okay. That's their journey. My job is me. Your job is you. Your job is not your client's outcome and trying to sell them something, convince them of something. You want to develop a relationship, a long-term relationship where they can trust you as a supplier. You're a valued supplier. And that energy is, this shift is, helping people buy. Matthew Dixon and Brett Adamson talk about it in the Challenger Sale. Jeffrey Thell talks about it in Exceptional Selling and Mastering the Complex Sale. It's happening everywhere. I talk about it in my training programs. I teach people how to be detached from outcomes, fully present, and I teach them about helping people buy. There's a process. It's a simple process. Not a lot to remember like some of the sales programs out there like Miller Hyman and some of the others that are complicated. I was a Sandler sales licensee. It's a great program. There was a lot of emphasis on role play. I don't know if it's the same way today, but emphasis on role play has people in their head thinking about, what do I say when he says that or she says that? What do I say? No, be present with people. Be passionate about the work that you do. Understand your product well over time, and if you don't know the answer, you're not an expert. You can say, I'm not an expert. I'm new at this, but I'm here to help you buy. And I'm going to bring in an expert if we need one. I've got plenty of people in my team that have been in the business for 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever you have. Again, don't be afraid to show up as who you are, a human being, and manage the energy you project. And match the energy that you're seeing from the client. If you're present enough, you'll say, wow, it seems like you're really not in a good space today. Is there a better time? Right, but you'll only know that if you understand what their body language is showing you, you know, or they're turned away from you, or they're sitting sideways instead of toward you, open. Call it what you feel. Find a way to say it. That's a whole new way of selling, and it's called helping people buy. All right, you need some help from me? I'm available anytime. 917-805-1088, 917-805-1088. Not everyone's a fit for my work, and I'll interview you and help you. And even if we're not going to work together, I'll give you things that I hear from you about you. I'll talk to you about the energy you're projecting if you tell me about the results that are showing up in your life. It's not hard. It's cause and effect. You're the cause. All right, have a great day. Find some things to be grateful for. Have fun. Try helping people buy.